All right, y'all. An 11th suspect wanted in connection with the killing of 15-year-old Lisandro Jr. Guzman Feliz outside a Bronx bodega has turned himself into police on Friday. Danilo Parnaps Pacheco, who is 21 years of age, of the Bronx, surrendered to officers at the 48th precinct, accompanied by his lawyer. He faces charges of murder, manslaughter, gang assault, and criminal possession of a weapon, police said. Pacheco allegedly was part of the foot chase that pursued a terrified Guzman Feliz for blocks after a convoy of 4 vehicles carrying alleged Trinitarios gang members went looking for rivals the night of June 20th. A source told Pix 11 that Guzman Feliz became scared when he saw the posse in the cars and started running. That's when they gave chase. The team literally ran out of his sandals as he raced down 3rd Avenue and then turned down East 183rd Street, dodging into the bodega located at Bathgate Avenue and East 183rd Street. The bodega is very close to his home. Disturbing surveillance footage from inside the bodega revealed Guzman Feliz desperately jumped over the counter seeking a haven from his pursuers. A group of men stormed into the store and pulled the teen out from behind the counter after punching him repeatedly before dragging him out to the sidewalk where he was stabbed with knives and a machete. The teen received a lethal stab wound to his neck, stumbled back into the bodega, and slumped over the counter. He was told to go to nearby St. Barnabas Hospital for help and took off running. He collapsed on the sidewalk and bled to death outside the hospital. The latest suspect to come under arrest, who was subject of the surveillance image released by detectives earlier this week, didn't enter the bodega where Guzman Feliz was attacked, but he was seen near the rear passenger side of the white Acura parked at the scene, pacing from one side to the other until other suspects run toward the sidewalk outside the bodega when the 15-year-old was pulled outside. The suspect is seen jumping into the white Acura after Guzman Feliz was stabbed with knives and a machete as other men jumped into the vehicles involved in the crime. Investigators have recovered 2 vehicles involved in the killing, a white Acura and a black Dodge that belongs to murder suspect Kelvin Alvarez. Pacheco's arrest is 11th in the case. Law enforcement told Pix 11 News that investigators are looking for one more man in connection with the killing that sparked widespread community outrage, calls of justice for Junior, and demands to end gang violence. That last individual was seen in a gray Honda, though investigators have not released more information about the vehicle. In addition to Pacheco, these individuals are all accused members of Trinitarios gang and are in custody in connection with Guzman Feliz's murder. Adeo Fernandez, Jose Munez, who are both 21, Manuel Rivera, who's 18, Santiago Rodriguez, who is 24, Kelvin Alvarez, who's 19, Elvin Garcia, who's 23, Honiki Martinez, who's 24, Jose Tavares, who's 21, Diego Suero, who's 29, and Gabriel Concepcion, who's 26. The gang has been linked repeatedly to narcotics trafficking, and federal prosecutors indicted dozens of gang members in racketeering cases earlier this decade. Members of the Trinitarios are also blamed for the June 18th attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Bronx. 2 days before Guzman Feliz was killed, gang members chased another teen, this time onto the Bronx River Parkway median, where they repeatedly beat and stabbed the boy, who underwent emergency surgery and lost a kidney. Police said that case and the killing of Guzman are linked. Guzman Feliz's mother said he wanted to be a police detective since he was 5 years old. The slain teen was a member of the NYPD Explorers Program for youth interested in a career in law enforcement. In an op-ed published in the New York Daily News, NYPD Commissioner James O'Neill said, Guzman Feliz's death was like losing a family member that we didn't know we even had. So yeah, have you heard about this whole case?
Absolutely. I've been hearing about it. I remember just sitting in my car driving to work, just crying, thinking about what these grown ass men did to this baby. You know what I'm saying? It took all of y'all motherfuckers almost 30 years old and shit, like, and you stabbing this baby, and it just made no sense. I mean, it was so stupid. The whole case, everything. This boy, he literally lost his life for no reason at all. And I mean, it was even a footage that I had seen. It was, I don't remember who posted, but it was a photo of him being pulled by the back of his head, And I was so disgusted. And how I actually found out about it, I'm scrolling through Instagram, I'm looking, and I'm like, what is this shit? You know what I'm saying? I just see like these kids on there, or who I thought was kids, and I see them beating up, Junior, and then I start seeing them stab him and shit, and I'm like, what is this? And so I start reading the comments, and that's hilarious. It's like, why would you post? We literally just witnessed a murder. And so I looked back at it, and I just started crying and stuff. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, why would anybody even post something so horrendous? And then to know that, he was just a kid, and it was just an accident. And the leader, he apologized for mistaken identity. Like, all of that shit just had my mind boggled. Like, I actually now I'm sorry, but I have a headache even thinking about all this shit that they did to this kid for no reason. And then the fact that you're like, these people are primarily in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? And then prior to that, which I had no idea about, they stabbed a 14-year-old boy, and he lost his kidney. Like, dude, these motherfuckers are some murderers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so all of this is just crazy, and I really hope, I know most of them I think they've been convicted. It was like the first 5 or the first 4. Or I know they're in jail, you know what I'm saying? And it's just disgusting. And like for 12 people to have been involved in this one, like really, did it really take 12 of y'all to do this? And I don't even think that, the reason that they said because their cousin was on a sex video, whatever the case was actually that. I just think that they just wanted to find somebody who was smaller than them, and that they just wanted to torture and kill, for no reason at all. And whatever their mind state was, they're going to be in jail for the rest of their dumbass lives. So, just stupid.
Yeah, and if you all don't know what, like Miss Angel Vondrina was saying, because I'm not on social media at all, so I don't really have any idea about anything until, either someone brings it to my attention, or I do watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially like a lot of YouTube commentators, and if someone brings it up, I'm just like, oh, okay, so what happened? And that's when I Googled and found out, everything and exactly what took place. But what she was referring to at the end with the cousin, it was, I don't know if this was more so a conspiracy or fake news or if this really did happen, but it was just like a girl who was being recorded by her boyfriend having sex with his friend, and then he posted it online. And then they said the leader of the gang called in because that was his cousin. I thought it was his sister, but it might have been his cousin. Found out, and that's when they she had him set up because she didn't want to get her boyfriend in trouble. That's what they're saying. And so she invited him to give her money to get like on the train, like $5 to get on the train. And that's when the whole situation took place. But I didn't, like you said, I didn't find out anything, as far as like official news relating that whole situation. So I couldn't agree to it if that's what really took place.
Well, I seen online actually that it was one of the cousins. I mean, it was a I don't know, a funny looking chick, and she was over there confronting the cousin and stuff, and she was like trying to slap the shit out of her. She was like trying to come up in her house. She was just like, "No, you had him killed." And she was like smacking at him. I was like, "Wow!" I actually reposted it on our confession page. So I mean, if I can find it, I'll send it to you or whatever. But yeah, like
no, I saw that video as well.
Her. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes. So I mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if what happened, but they did say, well, officials are saying it was a case of mistaken identity, but they're not really going into details what happened. Maybe we'll find out at a later date why they thought this was this person. But the other guy that got stabbed in the kidney is who they're saying was the guy who recorded the video, the boyfriend. So I don't know.
14?
You know how they. Yeah, but you know how the internet runs with these rumors, child. But it all is, it's really sad. It's really unfortunate. And, I can't relate as far as, because like I wasn't stabbed and I'm not dead, but I do remember, and, I agree with what you were saying. I got jumped one time, as a child. I was just telling my partner, but I was with my cousins.
We got jumped.
No, but this was before you. because this was
Oh.
what you're talking about was my sister's fault, and it was me, wanting to support my sister, and I do apologize for that. But as far as when I was in middle school, I was with my cousins, and we was in the park, and this group of guys, and my cousin's friend. She used to date, I think she was dating one of the guys, but actually I don't even think the guy that she was dating was there. No, he was there. He was there with her. Yeah. And but he ended up leaving. She ended up leaving. And so we started walking back towards my cousin's house, and the guys were like following us. And I remember thinking it was weird. I was just like, why are these guys following us? And out of nowhere, one of them turned around and just fired me dead in my shit. Like, and then the rest of them, they tried to attack me, and I ran.
How old were you?
I was in middle school, like 11, 12. But it was literally when they confronted him, the girl, my cousin's friend, confronted them about it. He told, because she talked to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend said that they didn't want to fight each other, and so they saw me. I'm a lot smaller, and I'm sure they could tell I was gay too, and that's why they. So I do get that. Just a case of, let's see who we can attack right now. We on some fuck shit, but. Niggas be out here.
So
they just be out
afterwards?
Here. Nothing. I remember, like, my mother, she called the police. And then, we told them, like, as far as, like, ID and, like, what I could gather. But I don't know. To this day, I don't really know what they look like. I just remember them being, like, at the time, like, 16, 17, I would say. And black, white tees, and during that time, white tees were popping, so it's just like you literally are naming everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just very unfortunate, but it did. I want to say I got PTSD from that. I did not go and hang out with people. I was not one of those outside kids after that. I used to stay my ass in the house, child, following that whole incident. But luckily, I was not murdered, behind it. So,
yeah.
So
did you actually get knocked down or anything like that?
No. Because once I realized, like, once he hit me, I kind of like jerked anyways, but he did. My face was swole though. But yeah, like, no, I flit it, nigga. I was like, let me get the fuck out of here. But I remember after that was kind of like, that was like, after that, I remember, like, I kind of went crazy after that. Like, I remember, like, anytime anybody said anything, before you had a chance to put your hands on me, I was fighting your ass, But it's just sad. It's so unfortunate that, this man was just trying to live his life and to just be attacked in this way. This little boy, I'm sorry. It was attacked in such a way. It's just horrible. I could not bring myself to watch the videos, but I saw the video. I saw the pictures of him, like, bleeding out from his neck and, holding his neck. And, it's just, it's terrifying.
Yeah, that was absolutely awful. So, you got to continue to keep their family in your prayers and, just be careful. And like I was just saying what Charlamagne said, if you feel like you're in a situation where you're about to be jumped, ain't no reason trying to prove shit to nobody. You better get the fuck up and run as fast as you can because your ass may end up dead. And a punk, look, and it's not even being a punk, but running away could save your life at the end of the day.
And that's the thing with us. I would say with, like, black and brown people. I feel like we always feel like we have to prove a point, and that's what bothers me. It's just like, it's okay. It's okay to stand down. Like, it's okay. If you feel like you about to be defeated, like, get the fuck out of there. Even if you don't, even if you feel like, okay, I can whoop this nigga's ass, like, get the fuck away. Like, it's not, you don't know what can come from it. You don't know. People are out here on another wavelength in 2018. Is anything worth dying?
Exactly.
And when you wake up from it, shit, you're not gonna even care. You're not gonna care a year from now. You're not gonna even care a week later. It's not gonna be that deep. So,
yep.